Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Danae, and I'm here with a message for you. Happy Friday. It's May 24th, 2024. Oh, 2024 portal, perhaps? Interesting. Didn't really pick that up. Not quite a portal, but definitely noteworthy. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing amazing, as a matter of fact. And it is a holiday weekend, so maybe you're already in the spirit of vacay today. Whatever you do, definitely do it safely and soundly, but definitely enjoy yourself. It's supposed to be beautiful weather where I am up until Monday, as a matter of fact, but all weekend is supposed to be pretty hot and sunny. Not sure if it's quite beach worthy, but that won't stop New Jerseyans from from flocking down there this weekend if they haven't already. But usually when it's about 80 something here where I am, the shore, of course, near the water is a bit cooler. And for me, I need at least about 85-ish to comfortably enjoy the ocean. Anything less than that, especially as it starts to get later and darker, it's a bit too chill for me. But nonetheless, enjoy yourself if that's what you plan to do. All right, one more cut and let's see what we got today. Oh, come on, for real? That's what we doing? Starting with the Three of Swords. Maybe a heartbreaking truth or revelation, trauma, drama. Oh. Heart attack? Oh man. Here's a message. Some emotional expression. What's that going to? Oh, to the Queen of Swords. So maybe this is brokenheartedness because an offer or a message, an apology, something is not accepted. That's what I'm getting between the Queen of Swords and the Page of Cups. Or there's some discontentment here between those two energies, maybe. Let's see what's behind the Knight. Oh. Yeah, somebody's protective of their personal space, their assets. So an apology, which for me with the Five of Pentacles feels a bit conditional. It feels more like, if it is an apology, it feels more on account of regret for the present circumstances than it may actually be remorse, which is probably why the Queen of Swords is a bit callous to it, maybe indifferent to it, or outright rejecting of it. What's this? It's just peeking at me. Yeah, some Oh man, some imbalance. Yeah, somebody isn't doing so well with that Two of Pentacles, so it's like, yeah, it's conditional. It's on account of a loss, or like I said, heartbreak. Literally could be a matter of someone being in a commitment or having a breakup. Ooh, it could be that. There could be a breakup, and that's the response or the reaction to this breakup for someone is to backtrack, to make amends, but it's not well accepted. Or at least it's not accepted with open arms. Like maybe one hand of consideration, but certainly not two. Wow. Yeah, Five of Cups. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody wants to re-establish balance, but with the Four of Pentacles, they're still holding on to something, some information, yeah, that they're not willing to divulge. That's why I said the Page of Cups is a bit conditional based on whomever circumstances compels them to make amends. But there's some benefit or some ulterior motive. There's something to be gained from bridging a connection with someone. 10 of Pentacles, okay. There's a lot to be gained that someone at the Five of Pentacles doesn't have access to right now. Yeah, so they're willing to come in. Now they're trying to like up the ante with this Knight of Cups to maybe lay it on a little bit thick, come on a bit stronger, maybe going from it being more of a pitiful apology, you know, or some pitiful expression to more of a seductive expression with the Knight of Cups, like expressing some type of interest in connection or commitment or intimacy. Yeah, with the King of Swords here, but it's not even, yeah. But here's the real truth, the real is that somebody sees the value of this connection as an object of possession more than an object of affection. And here's the Knight of Wands. So yeah, we don't believe you. You need more people. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Let's see. 10 of Cups. Yeah, somebody they want to be restored to, just as that Queen of Pentacles came up twice. It showed its face twice. This is what somebody has the ambition to be in that King of Pentacles seat in a happy, harmonious 10 of Cups partnership. Ooh, High Priestess, but it's secrets though. There's something concealed here, or some ulterior motive, or whomever they are in pursuit of is intuitive enough to be able to sense the backstory, you know, or their senses are on guard, as guarded as the Queen of Swords, to not be so willing to engage intimately, to let someone in their sacred space because of their sensibility about what the ulterior motive may be. Like somebody, quite honestly, with that Five of Pentacles, they're either extremely unhappy in a partnership that they chose, or they are not prosperous in a material sense. There could be some disease, whether it be energetically or even physically with the Five of Pentacles. But either way, it's not a productive partnership. And this is what somebody wants. Above all, they're idolizing the productivity and the profitability of partnership and what position it can afford them, what affluence it can afford them, even more than the intimacy and commitment itself. Even though the King of Pentacles definitely has the potential to be committed and devoted, it's like, well, somebody was committed and devoted to something that was clearly not worth it. So of course they could at least put on a happy face for something that is, but for how long? The longevity here is the question. And also what is being concealed that may be a threat to the purity of that commitment for it to have longevity as well. All of that is questionable. Yeah, exactly. Long-term commitment right here. Somebody really is needing to consider, or maybe they have or are considering, if they have what it takes, to commit for the long run. And they don't know. They don't even know. With the Two of Pentacles, they're unsure. They're unsure. All they know is what benefits they want to glean from a high-level commitment with a high-level partner, high-value partner, such as the Queen of Pentacles, at least. But even with the Queen of Swords, someone that's highly intelligent, assertive, honorable, maybe even has some high achievements of her own, and practical with the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like, regardless, this is a great catch, undeniably so, but is someone, I don't know, is someone able to really reciprocate that energy? They don't know. It's either they're unsure, or they have too much to balance right now, or to manage, too much imbalance to manage right now, perhaps even on account of whatever they're coming out of. It may not be a closed cycle completely. If somebody's still looking at, exactly. With the 5, here's the some confusion and some competition or chaos. Oh, hell no. Abort. Abort. Mayday. This is not someone who is available for commitment. They're just afraid to miss an opportunity. That's all it is. They're afraid to be left in the dust by the competition of potential partners that may actually be ready for commitment, to really occupy that space productively and honorably. And someone does not want to be left out in the cold, left to their own devices of the poor partnership that they chose, and miss the moment of, perhaps a moment of a lifetime opportunity to have something as the 10 of Cups. Not everybody has the privilege to even access that possibility. So, yeah, exactly, with the 4 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody's got their eye on a single lady. Ooh, Strength card. Oh, look at this here with the 9 of Cups. and the Eight of Pentacles, but yeah, they willing to put in some work with the Eight of Pentacles here. What's that? With the Sun? They willing to put in the work to at least show improve. But again, to me, it's about the root though, not just of their pure motivation, but also what they are still attached to. And with this Tower card and the Five of Wands, that means that they've either left a situation behind them in shambles, or their detachment from their situation will incite this effect, and therefore that's the baggage that they bring along with them. Like imagine somebody leaving a partnership behind and completely disheveled for something so-called better. Because you imagine the disgruntled partner in that wake, probably not a happy camper, and almost 100% unlikely to be able to detach without strings and without causing any disruption or confusion to whatever new thing might be started. And then that means you'll have to deal with stalker ex or deranged ex or disgruntled ex or whatever it is. And God forbid there's some attachment of a family involved here with the Ten of Cups, like a child, a marriage, something deeply committed. And I don't know. Somebody really wants this harmonious, happy ending, but you can't leave disaster behind you and just go start a new life. It doesn't work like that. You have to bring closure to your previous cycle honorably, not just leave like a thief in the middle of the night, but literally close the chapter as best you possibly can. And even with that, these days, especially if you hook up with somebody that's karmic and you stayed a little bit too long, it might not be, you might have broken up, but they may not have broken up. Like, they may not have accepted that fate. And so then you got to contend with that. But these are the breaks with karmic partnerships. They're the life lessons that we take on voluntarily. All right, so let's see what else. Oh, what was that? Yeah. Page of Pentacles. I wonder if I could put that there. I want some more space. And the Magician. So somebody's trying to make, trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents with this offer. They don't have much to offer, but they're trying to make it look good or magnify it in a way that is, I would say, manipulative. So either they don't have much money on account of their previous circumstances, but look, up under here with the King of Pentacles is somebody trying to look like they do. So yeah, what somebody may be concealing is their financial status. Literally, looking at that Seven of Pentacles. So they may come to the table appearing to have, or at least to be willing to make like a balanced contribution, maybe even an investment. Oh, okay. Somebody appearing to like want to almost present themselves like a sugar daddy to make an investment. Oh, that's a real stretch. That's a real stretch. Ah, now I'm seeing this. So somebody would want to approach as if they're like, a kingpin, sugar daddy type of energy to forge a so-called investment here with the Seven of Pentacles and to gain access to this partnership contractually, somehow binding themselves in this connection. But ultimately, this is the outcome, whether it be because of the past haunting, or it could very well be someone's actual intentions, or because of what all they bring and not being upfront about it, it becomes the the outcome. But I feel like it's something more malicious than that, especially with it's something more deceptive, at least, than that, where somebody knows that their access to this partnership, well, at least they think that their access to this partnership will level them up, at least materially or financially, maybe energetically, having access to the Queen of Pentacles, perhaps by way of the High Priestess. So it's like a fake it till they make it type of situation. Somebody coming in looking like they're a match, they're high value, they're, maybe even giving rich vibes, or wealthy man, or a man with a plan type of energy, somebody that has a lot to bring to the table, but it's all trumped up, if not fraudulent altogether. This could even be like a romance type of scammer. Get access to the inner sanctum of wealth, to get married, or to be close enough to have access to somebody's personal accounts and affairs and personal information, and then just leave utter destruction in their wake. Exactly. Leave you high and dry. They know what they have. They see the prize. But they're not a prize. This is somebody that has something to gain or something to prove with the Five of Swords. And they're willing to go to great lengths to do so. Even to put on a mask or a costume. Now, it was upside down. I think I'm going to take it that way. The moon, because something's about to be revealed. Either way, it's like, yeah, exactly. Whether it's right side up or upside down, this is about to be exposed. The true nature of this advancement, this ambition. It won't be secret for long. Yeah, here it is. Like I said in the beginning, this is the true nature of this advance. Somebody that is just lustful, and they see they're objectifying a relationship or even a person as a possession, or I heard concubine. Territory to conquer. I don't like even a thought of concubine. So what we into here? Somebody want to just like lock you up, lock you up off the market all to themselves, and then leave you again high and dry, like siphon your good energy, take up all your love and give as little in return as they possibly can, to make the grade of what they came for, and then bounce. And not only is that being revealed here with the moon in reverse, that's going to be exposed if it isn't already. There's going to be some retribution to pay just for the sheer intention, because clearly the plan is not going to go as anticipated with this tower here, like something. And then in the very beginning with the Queen of Swords kind of on guard, not really receptive to the point of entry by way of the apology or the condolences or the terms of endearment, the flattery. Yeah, that's the elevation to the Knight of Cups. It could turn into flattery, and then again seduction or expressions of love, and it's all phony. It's phony. This is just somebody that is lustful for a come up by any means necessary, and they don't really care what hearts they break to have it. No wonder they're in the Five of Pentacles. Surprise, surprise. Exactly. And that's the funny thing, is because they idolized the relationship that they thought was going to be the come up. And that's what they're really sorry about, is the fact that it wasn't. That was supposed to be the ultimate come up, and it was the ultimate downfall. That's how karma works. Eventually it'll catch up with you. All right, let's see what's the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, want to create some illusions, some entrapment, confuse somebody about their decision making or their boundaries even, or again, like almost to create a bit of a Houdini act here, like a sleight of hand is what I'm feeling. You know, this is really giving scammer vibes. Mystery man to come sweep you off your feet, literally create all these illusions about who they are to get close to you, then have you feeling deluded about your discernment, disarm your defenses, and ultimately corrupt your stability, if not completely disrupt it altogether. Disturb it, disrupt it, maybe even destroy it. It could be somebody come in and just like wreck your credit, even if they can't get to, you know, like stuff like this. Somebody that would have, they literally have the mind to just do anything for their own financial benefit. They come in, rack up your credit, or, you know, this could be a thing too, to present themselves to be a viable business partner or someone that would want to invest in you, because the Queen of Pentacles has a great deal of gifts, and she more or less could be financially sound as well and not even need, you know, the financial support, but it could even be a measure of gifts and talents. So it could be somebody coming in like some great investor, or as a love interest that sees your potential and wants to invest. They see what you're worth here with the Two of Cups, and they want to invest in the long run. They want to help you get to that next level, help you achieve your goals, blah, 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 blah. Get you all wrapped up. And I heard racketeering. I don't even know exactly what that is, but I know it has something to do with something fraudulent or unlawful in some way, shape, or form. And I think it's money too. But either way, get you all wrapped, or to wrap you up in their harebrained schemes, whichever one. Like they got hella ideas, big ideas that they want, that they you know, would need investment in. Either way, you come in together and start attaching yourselves to different businesses, properties, assets, bills, loans, lines of credit, you know, you name it. Literally, you name it. Things just kind of meshing together into one big mess before you know it, and you become so entangled that you almost feel trapped financially before you can see yourself out, physically or mentally and energetically. Like, it just this is an entrapment here, all by someone presenting themselves to have a great deal of value to offer you, or to add to what you have, or to invest in what you in who you are or what you do. But it's all an illusion. They see the value in you, or the value in someone, more than what they actually have to offer, and that is the prize. That's the prize. That's the, not, I don't really mean to say prize, but that's the, yeah, I guess that can be the prize. That's the objective. And here's the High Priestess again. So literally, you already know. You already knowing. Your antennas are completely aligned, turned on, turned up, extended. Let's say that your antennas are extended, and definitely channeling in the truth at this time. So you know, somebody doesn't think that you know, though. Somebody thinks that you just might, if they can package it right, if they can put on the best costume, or the, i.e. the best clothes, and look the part, smell the part, talk the talk, walk the walk, maybe catch you at a vulnerable moment, package their proposal real good, like cater it to what they think you would go for, which in this case, it seems like it's more somebody thinks you would be more inclined to receive like an investment, because okay, so they would be willing to, they feel like an extension of an investment in, again, your talents, your ideas, your gifts, whatever it is, would be more acceptable, because it kind of twofold extends an expression of love, or at least respect, that somebody would believe in you enough to invest in you, and then actually put their money where their mouth is. But this is somebody that probably doesn't even really, they probably would have to borrow money just to play the part. That's how illusionary this is. Like, what they would so-called be willing to invest isn't even what they really have in their pockets to give. They would have to go collect, rob Peter to pay Paul with that Two of Pentacles energy, drudge up some resources or finances from accomplices, probably in the background, because that's probably what you also don't know with the Five of Wands, to like everybody pulling their money in together to make this grand gesture as more or less a Hail Mary at this point. Because if you're sitting in the High Priestess energy twice, and the Queen of Swords with your own resources twice, like, you're kind of a tough cookie to crack, and it's known that you are. So there are great lengths that would have to be gone to in order to even present something remotely plausible to consider. And somebody still is fitting to fail, because as the High Priestess, it's like, you may even have grace for the attempt, like, oh, nice try type of energy. Maybe even no like animosity or whatever, because it's like, well, what beats a failure but a try. But you're certainly too careful and conscious of your sacred space. This could even be centrally speaking, where you're not even looking to be intimate with anybody right now, let alone to be sharing finances and resources, which could also be known, which is why someone is kind of willing to prop it up as an investment first and slide in through the back door. But what somebody doesn't realize is that you're just as guarded about your physical and material possessions as you are about your spiritual self, even more so. Even more so. Like, oh, nuts. Oh, hold on, because I already had these two. Yeah, but look, Hangman, they stuck. It's not going down the way that they thought, but what's this here? Is that too many? Still. Oh, it's too many, but I will look at it. Still. This is what they see as the prize. Here's the King of Swords. So he trying to present himself as a match to that Queen of Swords. Pardon me, but still coming. It's like, what is this? Like, it's like they really, there's some type of delusion. Perhaps that's what the Seven of Cups also is, because someone is deluded enough to think that they're perfectly disguised, like their object of projection is none the wiser to their true persona. Like they feel like they covered all, they really feel like they're so smart that they covered all their bases, cloaked all of their malintentions. They figured out all the right words to say. They know exactly what intimate or emotional expressions to make and where to hold back. They know exactly what somebody wants to hear or how to make them feel so that they can gain access or entry to this Four of Wands. And it's like, actually, you're in the Five of Swords with the Hangman. Like, you were stuck before you even started, because your intentions against someone that is operating in such a high frequency, if it's not stopped by that person, it's absolutely at this point going to be stopped by the universal order, because it's just not ordained, it's not productive. So someone could absolutely cover all the proper grounds for what would ideally be believable, but for the most part, there's a greater force at work here to create balance and harmony universally, from what, contrary to what would be deception. So this, like, before somebody could even really make it out the gate to be on their way to bust a move, they would encounter all types of obstacles. Maybe not even be able to leave because they're stuck in some way, shape, or form. Like literally not able to, get a ride or get transportation, or catch a flight, or whatever the mode of movement would need to be. Somebody is not even able to achieve that. Or their obstacles of, because this is the Five of Swords, maybe the Five of Wands, they have enough to contend with at home base that ultimately, it could be that, like I was saying earlier, that partnership that they're trying to skate away from is not so easily shakeable. It's like somebody thinking that they are about to bust a move to come root somebody else in some destruction, but they're getting rooted at home. So like somebody's getting hyped up for this mission, but also being detained, maybe spiritually with the Ace of Cups, or emotionally. There's some type of detainment that's happening. Yeah, with the Moon in reverse. Probably spell work when you're dealing with a Five of Pentacles partnership and somebody that could cause this level of destruction and chaos in your life. They probably are being, while they trying to cook up a love spell, more or less, because practically speaking, it's like, what did I say, like a love scammer or a romance scammer, but they trying to cook up a love spell ultimately and actualize it in the practical, but literally somebody's got them rooted at home as their own little personal sacrifice. Exactly. They ain't going nowhere far. They're only going as far as the leash that they're allowed to be let out on because of their commitment to this diabolical partnership here. So it's like where they think they're actually making moves to do something to gain a leg up or to, gain some prosperity or profitability. Somebody, like, they're like a hamster on the wheel. Somebody's literally, there's a cat playing with this person like their own little personal mouse toy. Like, let them get but so far and then snatch them back and rough them up real quick. And he's thinking they're working towards a common goal when this energy is not at all interested in collaborating for the sheer purposes of someone going after someone else, even if it is so-called for a scam or to come up or to, to defraud someone. Somebody is not even secure enough to allow that to happen on their watch without interference. That's crazy. Also, this is karma. This is what happens when you do too much for too little. It's never worth it in the end. Hell's not even worth it in the act, but sometimes people be too deluded to see that. Yep. With their own overindulgence and overambitions here, like somebody wanting to be so satisfied so bad that they can't even see what's going on around them in their own home at that. Look at this. This is literally somebody being manipulated in their own home space or in whatever establishment they are grounded in. Wow, yeah, Knight of Cups again. It literally is given like somebody's significant other is treacherous because they're literally like hyping somebody up, but it's probably tearing them down at the same time, but in the ways that it is entertaining for them. It's like somebody hyping them up like, you need to go get this. It's a mind fuck. That's what it is. It's a mind game because somebody is literally putting someone up to this challenge and charge to go be the front man, knowing that the odds are already stacked against them, that it's a lose-lose situation. But it's like somebody's threatening someone almost like, you need to go get that, like we need to get out of this situation, or we need to come up, and they may not even be poor, but just for the purposes of pursuing what someone else has and being and feeling entitled to it. You need to go in one breath giving them permission to go finesse this relationship or this person to gain access to their resources, their finances, their wealth, their abundance, their energy, their power, whatever it is that somebody is idolizing. Somebody is literally being pushed to go do it, at the same time being pulled back with some type of mystical interference to, first of all, pushed into a lose-lose situation that's already known as a lose-lose situation, but then pulled back from being successful with a whole bunch of bullshit behind the scenes, and then condemned and what's the word? Shoot, it was right on the tip of my tongue. Demeaned in the background for their lack of success. if you can feel me on that, I'm channeling that energy. Because when I was looking at this Knight of Cups yet again coming out, it feels very costumey, almost like somebody, like a kid in a costume. That somebody is really not feeling quite as esteemed at as they actually should be, probably, under higher frequency circumstances, but it's because of whatever they're attached to, that they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. If they don't move forward with whatever this so-called plot and scheme is, they have hell to pay at home, but it's set up for them to lose, and also set up for them, when they do lose or fall short, to then be ostracized and it's another word that I'm looking for, like damn near abused for their lack of performance or their poor performance. Ugh, I feel the energy. It's sick. It's real sick. The moon in reverse is deranged. It's psychotic. That's what it is. That's what somebody's dealing with at home with that Five of Pentacles, which is why they'll never come up from the five, because if somebody goes through that great trouble to create that type of chaos, confusion, delusion, corruption, they're not capable of manifesting, multiplying, or maintaining a prosperous harvest. It's like you could have all the money in the world and it would never be enough. It'd be somebody that would find something to complain about, or they spend it as soon as you make it, or as soon as they get it, on dumb stuff, or material things, superficial things, and they're insecure, so there's no productivity there. It's like, oh my God, good Lord, good luck to somebody. You better get out of there, buddy, before there's nothing left of you. It's literally like a house on fire. That's crazy. And that's what it is. It's like somebody's thinking they're they're contributing to this trickery, and they are being tricked by a trick. Like that. Two of Wands. Oh my God. Yeah. This is like talk about a lose-lose situation. For every plan of action that this person even thinks they're going to take to release themselves from this binding, there's a counteraction for that plan perhaps by the very partner that they're in cahoots with. Absolutely, as a matter of fact, with the very partner that they're in cahoots with, whether it's, a relationship, a situationship, a marriage, or even just a business arrangement. Either way, somebody is definitely caught up in ways that they know they are, because that's the thing. There are some ways that this person, somebody knows that they are a bit stuck, which is partially why they really, really want to actualize this plan to kind of bring some type of peace back to home base for their own sanity, thinking like, well, if I can actually achieve this, then maybe that'll buy me some time, or buy me some peace, some sanity. But like I said, this is somebody that can't be pleased. They can't be appeased. They're insane. This is this is a karmic cycle that was supposed to have been broken, and somebody is still either not learning the lesson that they've at this point been taught 10 times over, or they have fallen victim to their own fears about, I don't even know, rejection, FOMO, poverty, scarcity. There's some entanglement here that somebody feels that they have to adhere to before they can release themselves, if they can release themselves, if this person can even see a way out at this point, because the Seven of Cups, the Devil, and the Two of Wands, it's like, do you even? And here with the Hangman, the Five of Swords, it's like, are you possessed at this point? Somebody might literally be so deep in their own obsessions and perhaps even addictions with the Seven of Cups and the Devil card that they may not be able to logically see an exit plan. And that's really unfortunate here. That's really unfortunate. Because like I said, it's like whatever, first of all, whatever, if both parties were 100% on one accord for what it is that they're supposed to be doing, which is pursuing this scam or whatever the hell it is that they're trying to do, it still wouldn't work because the universe is all up in the mix. There's literally no way, no how, even with the greatest ambition, the greatest support system, the most unlimited resources, even with the support of dark forces at this point, is the universe going to allow a diabolical plan such as this to actually happen? Especially on account, in regards to someone that is unassuming. I mean, we had the High Priestess come up twice, so this is somebody that's not, it wouldn't even be justified. It wouldn't be fair. It doesn't make any spiritual sense to victimize someone that's more or less minding their business and tending to their own personal affairs. There's a different layer of protection for folks that are focusing and, well, that are ultimately devoted to their supreme self now. Once upon a time, it appeared to be, an easy task to victimize those that, more or less were very graceful, that seemed harmless even, that may never have even seen it coming or were slow to react or respond or retaliate or whatever, or even to be aware, okay? But there's a greater covering now over the realm to keep balance, to restore balance, and then to maintain balance for the grave imbalances that have been occurring unchecked. That's not happening anymore. First of all, people are becoming more aware of their own energy and protecting themselves more fervently than before, even without without offensive aggression. It's more so about awareness and protection than it is retaliation or revenge, because a high priestess is not after revenge. A high priestess is not even going to hit. Now, you do what you want, but for the most part, you don't need to hit any return to senders or reversals or anything like that. You don't need to prey on anybody's downfall or even call in their karma for them, because it's taken care of. It's taken care of itself, trust me, by universal order. Even, like I said, even within the dynamics of the perpetrator's lair, so to speak, they're literally killing each other. Like, they're canceling each other out. So there's really not much that you need to do but to continue to mind your business, drink your water, especially if you're on the higher frequency of this resonance, and, to stay focused on your true value, cultivating it, maintaining it, and multiplying it. That's it. Haters gonna hate regardless. Until there are no more, that's what they do. So exactly, to maintain your own strength, your own balance of security, self-esteem, continue to be bold and unapologetic, but also being self-managed and what's the word, like tempered in your reactions, your responses, not too quick to anger, but also not too meek and mild either to be a pushover. It's a great balance here where you know exactly when to let that lion loose, and you know when to retire him back into the den, or her into the den. And resume being a human again, or ascending even above the fray to your spiritual nature. You know how to balance all of those energies. And that's the issue. That's the disparity between you and any potential energy, or any potential enemy or obstinate energy, is that you have self-control. You are self-aware. You know exactly how powerful you are, but you also know exactly how conservative you get to be with that power to protect your own destiny, so that you don't overexert yourself trying to prove a point, or trying to bring down, bring hellfire down to your enemies, or vengeance, take vengeance into your own hands. None of that. Like, nobody's doing any of that. Nobody needs to, because unrighteousness will be its own karmic retribution, will forge its own karmic retribution in this season. If you're not operating in the frequency of your own personal integrity, then you will have hell and heaven to pay for it. And hell, probably earth too, in between. Exactly. PTSD, you become your own worst enemy. And no matter what you do, you will never be able to penetrate the force field of those that are not offensive to you. You won't be able to do it because it's not fair. It's not justified. Everything that you project or expel will just bounce right back to you to have to reckon with, if that's the type of time that you're on. Otherwise, the point of affirmation here is that you really don't have a worthy enemy in the world at this time. It could only be you, to destroy you or distract you, or disturb you at this point. You, as long as you're locked in, submitted in submission to Supreme Self, balanced in all of your energetic forces, spiritual and natural, primal, however you see it, you could just let the hater sulk, because that's all they'll be left to do when it comes down to it, is to continue to sulk on failed mission after failed mission, until they get the memo that they'd be better off using that energy to honorably invest in their own affairs and achievements, without any detriment, harm, hurt, or danger to anyone else, just in their own destined path, or on their own destined path. But that certainly is not up to you to prove that point or to teach that lesson, because it's already being learned, even with the relentless endeavor. At some point in time, they'll hopefully, they'll get the information, and they'll pass their own set of tests to get out of this karmic cycle and to begin a fresh experience of life. As for you, though, keep those boundaries strong, stay focused on what you got going on, in bliss, in happiness, in peace, with confidence. Continue to be bold, continue to be generous, practical, and discerning, conscious, creative, all of that good stuff that you're already doing. Don't change a thing for the sake of anyone else and their ambitions. You must be doing something right. All right, so with all that being said, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Until next time, as always, I leave you with peace.